This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the CEO of Mawson Gold, Mr. Ivan Fairhall. Ivan, how are you today?
Very good, Gerardo. Very good. How are you?
I am well. A great day in the gold space. You had some news today that the market is reacting very positively to. Let me read the headline and then I'll let you provide a bit of context there. The headline reads, Mawson discovers 8 new prospects with high-grade boulders up to 546 grams per ton gold over 20 kilometers in Finland. It's pretty impressive because of the fact that you already have just over 1 million gold equivalent ounces outlined across all categories. And these boulders are over a pretty vast area. Can you provide some context and just kind of what this means as far as exploration moving forward? Because obviously the market's pretty excited by the news.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. But we're obviously very pleased to announce these boulder results. And it's really bringing investors into the picture of what the exploration story is. You mentioned the 1 million ounce, and I think that's what we're known for. We've got a high quality resource, 3 grams a ton, thick resource body, and it's open, wide open at depth. And all of the resource bodies that go in to make up the 1 million ounces are open at depth. And Pelotas, for example, has a 31 meter intersection at 5 grams a ton open at the bottom of the resource. So we all know that we can and we will add ounces to those resource bodies through more drilling. But we believe there's a bigger story here, and that we're onto a multi-million ounce gold camp of scale and a system here. And we have a 18,000 hectare tenement package, and the resource really just sits on a fraction of that. We've really only explored 5 to 10% of it, and that's where we've gone on to find that 1 million ounces. So what will be real value creating and a compounding effect will be to find repeats of these ore bodies, not just extend the ones we know, but to find more of them. And so that's why we're so pleased to give investors a bit of a flavour of what that upside looks like with these super high grade boulder results. 545, 546, 290, 120 grams a ton. They're kind of bonanza level numbers. And in total, we have 30 outcrops 30 boulders rather, that run over sort of 0.1 grams a ton, which sort of indicates we've got a really big gold system spread over a wide area and a lot of opportunities to target additional resource bodies.
These boulders and outcrops aren't typical in Finland, right? And I have to believe that your neighbors, which include Rio Tinto and First Quantum and Latitude 66 Cobalt, have to be paying attention to the scale of this, given that you're already at 1 million gold equivalent ounces and clearly in a district that's going to end up providing a lot more than what's been discovered thus far. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, look, absolutely. The system, as people know, most of Finland, or 99% of Finland more, is covered in till, and so these ore bodies are a little bit hard to find. And when you get onto things like outcrop and boulders like we have here, you're really getting a lot of additional information into the system. And the fact that we've had ours now spread, our kind of boulder field now spreads over 20 kilometers. That's actually seeing that is why groups like First Quantum, Rio Tinto, Latitude 66 have sort of tenement packages around us because they know that this is a big gold system that extends over a long area, and the potential for it to repeat is huge, and that's what we're all looking for, is where to find the next 1 million ounces and the 2, 3, 4, 5 after that.
The current resource has a footprint of approximately 2 by 3 kilometers. These prospects cover an area of 14 kilometers by 15 kilometers. Obviously, that's a considerable extension, right? How do you plan to follow up on the exploration side? You mentioned that it is early stage, but clearly you've proven, and the team has proven, very adept at following these boulders up and converting that into gold and gold cobalt equivalent ounces. How do you follow that up, Ivan?
Sure. Well, look, boulders have already played a big part in the 1 million ounce discovery that we've made. In 2017, we announced that we had 9 identified boulder fields at the time, And 5 of those, we went on to go and do drilling and the next exploration steps, and 5 of those went on to be coincident with the 1 million ounce resource that we found. So that's just good old fashioned prospecting that we're doing again to expand the search radius over a much larger area. The next steps really is to go and that's what we're doing at the moment, is to add this information into our sort of prospect targeting and prioritization system, I guess you'd say, that we have, and where we're out there at the moment filling in any data gaps with geophysical surveys, electromagnetic and EM to just make sure that we've got all of the information we need before we go and drill them. And the intention this year with our upcoming winter drill season will be to, in addition to adding ounces to those known ore bodies that we spoke about at the start, to drill more of these earlier stage targets to start to build a pipeline of exploration sort of prospects and build that ounce pipeline into the system, as opposed to just focusing on the 1 million ounces.
I think Mawson is undervalued given, the 54 million market cap Canadian that the market is assigning to the company right now, just based on what you have in Finland alone. I haven't even touched on Australia. How are things coming along there?
They're going very well. We've just we've continued drilling at our discovery down at Sunday Creek, and that drill rig continues to turn, and news releases coming out. So that's shaping up to be one of the best discoveries down in Victoria out of the $200 million that has flooded in there off the back of Fosterville's Kirkland Gut Lake's Fosterville discovery. I'm sure your viewers know, your listeners know that's the highest grade gold mine in the world. It ran 40 grams a ton last year and knocked out 600,000 ounces. So there's a lot of gold down there yet to be discovered, and we've got one of the best discoveries, and that's why we're so excited about what's going on down in Australia.
Well, it's called buy low, sell high. I got to believe this is the low part of that equation. I'm excited for the rest of 2021. I think the gold price heads higher. I think 2022 is going to be a blockbuster year, and I can't wait to get assays from Australia and see the work that you do here in Finland. Ivan, thank you so much for your time. Anything else to add to that?
No, that's a lot for now. Thanks a lot, Gerardo.
Appreciate your time. Thanks again, Ivan.